The world needs a way for us to think together about the future. We all know that the rate of change is accelerating, things are getting more complex and more interdependent, but we don't have a way to assess the whole picture of the future. We do have the World Bank that takes a look at nation-state economics, and the World Health Organization that does that, obviously, for health. We have think tanks on behalf of nation-states, their own individual interests. We have think tanks on behalf of individual issues. We have think tanks on behalf of ideologies. But we don't have, at least not until the Millennium Project came along, we don't have a think tank on behalf of us, on behalf of humanity. Regardless what the ideology is, the geographic location of the issue, how do we see the whole thing together? So, how do we do that? We put together a system with the United Nations, with governments, with corporations, with universities, with NGOs, back in 1996 after a 3-year feasibility study. And one of the key elements of how we're doing this is through what we call nodes. A node is an intersection of 2 or more networks. So we have in 41 locations around the world groups and networks that intersect the interests of governments, of corporations, of universities, and international organizations and NGOs. These organizations or nodes identify leading thinkers around the world. They bring together all this information. They're bringing together the minds of over 5,000 people so far to provide an overview of the future. And we put this overview of the future in great detail, by the way. There's generalizations and executive summaries and short descriptions of 15 global challenges, but the actual full report is 8,500 pages in a CD. And it's been translated in all these languages you see down the side there. The next step, and this is why we're asking for your help, the next step is to move all of our material and groups of people, all of these softwares, into an integrated whole collective intelligence system so that we can see how one thing interacts with the other and people can participate in that to improve the overall intelligence of what we're doing about the future. Organizations from universities teach this material. There's several governments that are using it. Deloitte & Touche has been a sponsor for a long time. The Secretary General has endorsed this. But we are growing so rapidly and going to try to look at the general picture so well that we don't fit in individual categories. Most foundations, they want you to fit in certain categories. Well, we don't. We're looking at the general picture. And so we have a little trouble. So we're going to need your help. If you go to our website, which is thestateofthefuture.org or millennium-project.org, 2 L's, 2 N's. And if you take a look up here, there's a little donation box up there, and you can click there and make a contribution. We hope that you will take a look at the website, and if you think this is of value and you think you'd like to see us move to the next step into a collective intelligence system, which we think is the next step, by the way, in the IT world, but to do a collective intelligence system on behalf of us, on top of the general future, that we have participation of experts and universities and general public in an organized, coherent way. We think this is unique in the world. We think we've brought this idea further than anybody else, and we do need the help to take it the next step. Thank you.